Yes, good morning, folks. We are here at Cuisinart Gulf Resort and Spa for the launch of Ansar, the Anguilla section of it. And in a moment now, this meeting will begin. So here are the members for Ansar.
Warm good morning to all. First, I would like to welcome at this press conference for Ansar 2020 the Honorable Premier, Mr. Victor Banks, from the Social Security Board of Anguilla, Dr. Magdalene Lewis, from the Ministry of Finance, Ms. Andir Rivera. I hope I got her name right, but if not, you know who you are. And also, I would like to welcome the press from Anguilla, and for those who are viewing us on Lloyd's Stream Live. Warm good morning from Anguilla. It gives us great pleasure to launch Ansar 2020 here at Cuisinart Hotel and Resort. As most of you are familiar, might not be familiar with Ansar, it is an organization of Anguilla NEVIS St. Kitts Association's reunion. It will be held here in Anguilla for the first time, July 10th to the 12th, 2020. I would now like to take this up. Let me back up a little. The theme for the conference is Unified by a Collective Effort for a Common Goal. I would now like to bring to the podium the chairperson of the steering committee, Mrs. Yolande Richardson Hodge.
Thank you, Mr. Hodge. I refer to the persons who have been acknowledged by Mr. Hodge and continue the establishment of the protocol. This launch is to create an awareness and publicity for the Anguilla NEVIS St. Kitts reunion, slated for the weekend of July 10th to 12th, 2020, here at Cuisinart Golf Resort and Spa. This is an exciting time for APONI, that is the Anguilla Progressive Association of New York, ANSAR, that is Anguilla NEVIS St. Kitts Association, and of course the local steering committee, some of whom are here with me. The press release for the launch of Ansar 2020 reads as follows. The theme, Unified by a Collective Effort for a Common Goal. On behalf of Carlson Connor, President of APONI, the Board of Trustees, and members of the Anguilla Progressive Association of New York, Incorporated, the local steering committee launches Ansar 2020. On July 10th to 12th, 2020, the Anguilla Association of New York, Incorporated, will be hosting the biannual Anguilla NEVIS St. Kitts Association reunion on Anguilla. The mission of the Anguilla Progressive Association of New York is to significantly improve and maintain socio-economic and cultural development partnerships between Anguillians at home and throughout the diaspora. APONI is a non-for-profit 501c3 corporation in the state of New York that funds charitable goodwill projects, particularly in health and education, not only on the island nation of Anguilla, but in the United States of America, where Anguillians frequently go to study. The reunion is the largest gathering of nationals from the three islands who meet at a different location every 2 years to rekindle old alliances, strengthen bonds of sisterhood and brotherhood, participate in various educational, socio-economic, and cultural activities of mutual interest, showcase and sell locally crafted merchandise, as well as network to remain connected to our common heritage, history, and cultural legacy. Associations of Ansar exist in the United States of America, Canada, the United Kingdom, and St. Thomas, USVI. APONI has opted to host a reunion at home on Anguilla in 2020. A steering committee has been organized and has been meeting regularly for the past 6 months to plan for the event. If you need the names of the members of the steering committee, I have them. I can email them to you, or I can give them to you after the launch. The main venue for Ansar 2020 is Cuisinart Golf Resort and Spa, but a number of other Anguilla-owned hotels, guest houses, and restaurants have been advertised. And this advertisement is being done on the websites of APONI and Ansar in the USA. The Taxi Association will be the backbone of the success of the reunion. Organizers expect some 400 delegates from the UK, USA, Canada, the Virgin Islands, Tortola, St. Kitts, Nevis, St. Martin, St. Martin to attend the event. Securing sponsorship for Ansar 2020 is especially important considering the daunting challenges of allocating and dispersing expenses in connection with the overall costs of producing this historic occasion. By giving to Ansar 2020, the government and the people of Anguilla will be supporting and helping APONI to keep the unifying spirit of the reunion alive and progressing, will assist directly in advertising Anguilla as a tourist destination, and contribute beneficially to the economy of Anguilla. On behalf of APONI, Ansar, and the local steering committee, I happily launch this historic creating event on this 4th day of November 2019.
I will now call on the Honorable Premier, Mr. Victor Banks, to give a brief remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Hodge and Mrs. Richardson, for that introduction to this project. Certainly, we must congratulate APONI and the Ansar organization for choosing Anguilla as the venue for this very historic event. Obviously, Anguilla is becoming very famous for events which feature large groups of persons coming together to celebrate specific memorable events in their lives. This week we've had a number of weddings, and one wedding in particular would have brought more than 500 persons to Anguilla. That is good for the economy, and it's important that we have events such as these being celebrated on our shores. But the important aspect of the Ansar celebration is the fact that it is bringing people of this sub-region who have historically been associated for many, many years together. So in addition to the economic impact on the community, there's also the social, cultural, and familial impact that will take place as a result of this visit. All of us are associated with islands in this region, and particularly from a political history and economic history. We have been associated with the state of St. Kitts, Nevis, and Anguilla. It is important to note that this is not a political organization. It does not want to reflect our past federation or past unity as a political unit. It wants to speak about the peoples of this region. So the name is not the St. Kitts, Nevis, Anguilla Association reunion. It's the Anguilla, Nevis, and St. Kitts Association reunion. So the emphasis is on people rather than our political past. The emphasis is on bringing people together to celebrate their history, to celebrate culture, to celebrate their common values, and to bring an atmosphere of fellowship among us who have traveled to other parts of the world to support our islands at home. And Anguillians, Kittitians, and Nevisians have traveled to all corners of the globe to make sure that they help to create an economy for the survival of the people who remain here. And that is an important resource that we can draw upon at this time, because there are needs within our community for professionals, for skilled and semi-skilled persons, as well as persons who just want to work from our historic past, persons who are associated in Anguilla, to come back to these islands to share in our development and contribute to our development. So we look forward to this event. We thank the APNI, Anguilla Progressive Association of New York, that over the years have made a stellar contribution to highlighting the achievements of our island, highlighting those persons who have made a contribution to our development, and all in all, making it an important exercise to bring people together to celebrate where we've come from, where we want to go, and how to suggest ways and means to get there. So we look forward to this event yet another time. We are grateful that Anguilla has been chosen, and we promise Ansar and the Ansar community, the Ansar brotherhood and sisterhood, as the Mrs. Hodge mentioned, the Ansar brotherhood will be able to come to Anguilla and enjoy the charm and hospitality that we have to all offer, and certainly to take advantage of the best beaches and food in this sub-region. Thank you all very much, and we look forward to a great time.
Thank you, Mr. Banks, for that brief remark. Before we get to the next presentation, after the presentation, we will have questions and answers. Next on the agenda is Dr. Magdalene Lewis, who represents the Social Security Board of Anguilla. She would like to make a presentation to Ansar. Dr. Magdalene. Anything?
I make this symbolic presentation. I make this symbolic presentation of $1,000 to APNI Ansar as they prepare for promotion of the event next year. I must say, when I saw the communication, I was excited. I know of APNI, a little bit of Ansar, but every year I know we recognize people in the U.S. with the APNI celebration, and my family goes to it all the time. I've never had that opportunity. And when I saw this whole APNI Ansar thing coming to Anguilla, I said, wow, this is good. The people of Anguilla will now get to enjoy a part of what happens in the U.S. So the Social Security Board too embraced it and came on board with the symbolic presentation of $1,000 to kick-start the promotion, to assist APNI Ansar with the promotion. And the board will be on board with the whole event, as APNI represents what Social Security represents: education, financing, health, financing, and tourism are our concerns. As we know, tourism is one of the major labor contributors and to Social Security. And it will, as long as tourism flourishes, Social Security will flourish. Thank you.
That's about you, please.
Right here. Yes. So on behalf of APNI, I would like to say thank you to the Social Security Board for this generous gift of funds to be used towards this event. Social Security Board, like APNI, is always ready and willing to assist in various projects that highlight Anguillians and provides mutual benefit for all involved. We look forward to strengthening this partnership with them as they continue to improve the quality of life for all. Again, I say thank you, and we do appreciate this kind gesture from the Anguilla Social Security Board. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you very much, Ms. Niles. Just to give a brief overview of the program of events for the weekend, July 10th to the 12th. The opening will be on Friday, the 10th of July at 7 p.m. It will start with a welcome reception and meet and greet right here at this Cousinard Ballroom lobby area. On Saturday, 11th of July, the official opening will be at 9 a.m. right again in the ballroom at Cousinard Ballroom. At 10:45 to 12, there will be lectures and workshops. Lunch will be at 12:15 to 2 p.m. Delegates will have the opportunity to visit Anguilla attractions and tours, and also participate in a panel discussion. Those who would like to see Anguilla after not being in Anguilla, some of them have been here before. On Saturday the 11th at 6 p.m. there will be a dinner dance right here again at our host hotel, Cousinard Ballroom. On Sunday the 12th there will be an interdenominational service at 10 a.m. Then we'll have a luncheon and awards at 12:30 p.m. to 2:30, and we'll end the reunion with a fashion and cultural show at 3 p.m. All the activities will be held here at the Cousinard Golf and Resort and Spa. I will now ask those from the press if you have any questions. Any questions? If not, I'll just give again a little overview. Yes.
In terms of Ansar, what is the age demographics like? Is it mostly retired persons, persons over 50, or are there also a large number of younger persons?
Like most organizations, the age is a little old, but we have some young persons involved with Ansar. In terms of accommodations, we are asking some of the delegates to bring their children with them so they can see what Ansar is all about, so they can be involved. But we have ages from 18 and up. We cover the wide spectrum.
And what would be the qualifications for someone wanting to join?
There's no qualifications as long as you are interested in the aims, and again I'll go over them in a few minutes, of what ANSWER stands for. It's just a reunion, families getting together, socializing, and in terms of speeches and so forth, it's not, it's, again, as Honorable Premier mentioned, it's not a political organization. Anyone could be a member of ANSA.
I was just trying to qualify that because it is Anguilla Nevis St.KITTS Association. So
Yeah.
you can be a St. Martin or a BV Islander, you can join as well.
Well, let me explain. It is an association of associations. So APNI is a member of ANSA. In St. Kitts, you have, I can't remember some of the name, you have CABA. So it's organizations of persons from Anguilla, St. Kitts, and Nevis. There's an association in New York, NEVIS Association in New York, a NEVIS Association in Canada. They are part of ANSA. There's an Anguilla Association in Canada that's part of ANSA. So it's made up of associations of organizations, Anguillians.
Umbrella Association.
Right. That's what it says. And again, it says the Anguilla Nevis St. Kitts Associations Reunion. So it's a reunion of associations in the UK and in St. Thomas.
No, I understand that, but I still want to kind of pinpoint if you have to be a native or belanger of the 3 territories to be an integral part of it.
I would say you have to be a part of an association. So you have to be part of APNI. If you're a member of APNI, you're a member of ANSA. If you're a member of CABA, you're a member of ANSA. So you have to be a member of some organization. You just can't walk in and be a member of ANSA.
Can you, this is online, can you go over again what is ANSA?
It's the Anguilla Nevis and St. Kitts Association. Okay, I hope that clarifies that. This is the 19th celebration of the Nationals of St. Kitts Anguilla Nevis Association. So they're nationals of all 3 islands. All right, some other information I'd like to share with the press. The event serves as a forum to renew and strengthen old friendships, provide an opportunity to participate in workshops, foster the development of contacts and networking, and to advertise and promote your local, region, and international business. The first event took place in Montreal in 1984. The current members of the Secretariat, it is run by a Secretariat. And the members, and I'll repeat the names now, Mr. Constantine Grenaway, he's the chair, he's in Montreal. Mr. Tony Rollins, vice chair, he's in Miami. Jabal Phillips, Mr. Phillips, he's the secretary treasurer in Toronto. Mr. Randy Wyatt, a member of New York. Bernard Mayers, member of New York. Laurel Hodge, member of New York. Desmond Otley, he's the advisory personnel in Toronto. So see that we are spread out throughout the region. The coordinators of ANSA wishes to affirm the reunion is open to all nationals of Anguilla, Nevis, and St. Kitts, together with your families and friends. The reunion is non-sectarian, non-partisan, and non-political, and the coordinators do not underscore any constitutional rights, realities, and jurisdiction of the territories or nations of these nationals. Sorry about that. The program will have speakers, panel discussions, luncheons, cultural events, and activities, a semi-formal ball, and the interdenominational workshop, as I mentioned earlier. We also will have a marketplace. We have a taste of home, including art and craft, souvenirs, clothing, local soaps, hot sauce, products, business opportunities, and much more. So we would like for all of us to be part of this historic event, ANSA 2020 in Anguilla. Are there any other questions?
Just one more.
Yes.
In one of the previous speakers mentioned that the Tax Association will be very much involved in the success of ANSA 2019.
Yes.
What role is the Anguilla Tourist Board playing in all of this? Because accommodation and everything else would fall within their unit.
Right, I'm getting to that right now. The accommodations for ANSA 2020, Cuisinart Golf Resort and Spa, the Reef of Cuisinart, Four Seasons Resort and Residences, Paradise Cove Resort, La Vue Boutique Inn, Royal Palms, Anguilla Great House, Carabella Beach Resort, and Mazzara Resort. So these are the properties that we are contracted to have our delegates play. Now the tourist board is very vital because one, it is our bread and butter industry. So we would like to have the tourist board on board to assist us in any way possible. Yes, oh. Okay, Gilda is from the Anguilla Hotel Association. She's a member of the steering committee. And we have a representative from the Ministry of Tourism here with us this morning also. That's it for you. What else? Just to give again some more background information. As I mentioned, the ANSWER started in 1984. The first reunion was in Montreal, Canada, and in 1985 it was New York, 1986 Toronto, 1987 Buffalo, New York, 1988 Bastia, St.KITTS, 1990 Toronto, 1992 Birmingham, England, 1994 in 2006 New York, USA, 2008 Bastia, St.KITTS, 2010 Miami, USA, 2012 Toronto, 2014 Leeds, England, 2016 Montreal, Canada, 2018 Bastia, and 2020 in Anguilla. So those are the areas where we have had the ANSWER reunion over the years.
Haj, you made mention earlier of a marketplace.
Yes.
Would the other nationals be encouraged to bring their products here also?
Yes, we have already contacted persons from ST.KITTS and NEVIS, and we also have a request for someone from Miami to be part of the marketplace. So it's open to persons who have stuff, to souvenirs, whatever they have to display, to be part of the marketplace.
I have one question. For those people watching at home right now or that will hear about this in the near future, when they book at the hotels and places that you mentioned, should they mention Ansar as a reason that they're coming to the island? Will they get a special discount? What are the mechanics of your booking?
The three major hotels will have a booking code.
Okay.
And those local properties, they will mention they're booking for Answer, and they really gave us some great rates. I wouldn't say good, great rates for this function. For example, Cousinard will have a code. When you call, you'll say with Answer 2020. Right. At Four Seasons, you'll have a booking code. And also the Reef. At Paradise Cove, you just say you're part of Answer 2020. So they have a special rate. And again, the Taxi Association, they are working with us to give special rates for transportation back and forth. Any other questions? I think we try to cover everything. If you have no further questions, I'll now call on Ms. Saber Richardson to give a vote of thanks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'd just like to thank Premier Bank for coming out and saying some words, and Social Security for their initial response for us to kick off, and the press for just coming out and asking the great questions and getting the word out. I just wanted to say that going forward, if there's any information that anyone wants to get concerning registration, concerning how to register for our marketplace, you can go to APNI's website. It's APNI at apa-ny.org, or just Google us and you will find us. Hats off to Calvin and Carson, who have been instrumental in New York in pushing the agenda. And just look out for us and just come out and support us. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Thank you for coming.
I just would also add to thank the Cousinard staff for preparing this location for us for this launch of the Answer. The website www.ansar2020.com. We also have an 800 number, 1-800-969-2218. So that's information, again, will be on the website, whether APNI's website or ANSA's website. ANSA website sometime this week, but if you can, as Mr. Tristan said, you can also get information from APNI's website. Again, thanks everyone for coming. Have a great day.
Folks, there you had it. That was the press conference done by the steering committee here in Anguilla for APNI. ANSA, actually, which will be hosting its biennial, its gathering here in 2020. We're having a view now of Cuisinart. There's a water park for the children. There are two bocce courts. Those of you who are familiar with this game, very interesting, very technical game, bocce. You good? Alright. I can play it. It's very nice, very challenging game. And yes, Cuisinart, folks. Right here in Anguilla. Beautiful. Can't beat these views here in Anguilla. Every hotel here in Anguilla is beautiful. Yes, take your last view. I'm signing out. Again, thanks for being here with us and being a part of this launch for ANSA, which is the Anguilla NEVIS ST.KITTS Association. We are APNI, that's the organization for Anguillians abroad. Then you have one for ST.KITTS, you have one for NEVIS. They're all abroad and they come together every 2 years to celebrate life, reunite with family and friends. And this time it will be held in Anguilla for its first time, and everything will be done here at Cuisinart. So I'm signing out now, just giving you a last view of this beautiful hotel, Cuisinart. All right, great. I'm out.